What is up, guys? Rick Kackis here, and today we are going to be doing something, in my opinion, very exciting, which is go over every single weapon and armor perk that has been revealed so far in Destiny 2. This is a huge part of the upcoming game. What perks can you get for your weapons and armor? That's going to hugely dictate what builds you're looking for, what weapon rolls you may be looking for, and as someone who's really into the gun system and is constantly going for those obscure weapon god rolls, I am very excited for the new perks coming to Destiny 2. And so, let's get started here by looking not at the weapons actually, but at the armor that was available to utilize at the Destiny 2 gameplay premiere event. Now, armor is going to play a much bigger role in Destiny 2, and that's because you no longer have subclass nodes that alter your base stats: armor, recovery, and agility. In fact, these nodes are now essentially found on armor, and we get a great example of this with this first Titan helmet. It has a perk that grants additional shield strength at the cost of mobility, so essentially increasing your armor at the cost of agility, and you used to again find that in your subclass, but now you have it on your armor. So what armor you wear is really going to dictate what kind of build you're trying to achieve in Destiny 2. But let's go on to more armor perks. We have a very simplistic one as well here, where grenades recharge faster. Moving on to the gauntlets, they also grant increased shield strength at the cost of mobility, but also have a perk where they cause class abilities to recharge faster. That's going to be your shield wall for the Titan, or your healing zone for the Warlock, or your dash for the Hunter. Moving on, the chest piece and the legs have perks we've already seen. Moving on to the Hunter, we have two new armor perks. Firstly, additional mobility at the cost of shield strength, so the opposite of the Titan, and then we have super abilities recharge faster. The chest armor also has additional mobility at the cost of shield strength, but it has a new perk where melee abilities recharge faster. And then the gauntlets and the helmet both have more increases to mobility. Onto the Warlock, we have leg armor that firstly grants additional mobility at the cost of shield strength, same as the Hunter armor. But we then have another perk where you get improved movement while aiming. That's pretty interesting. The chest piece, gauntlets, and helmet all also grant additional mobility at the cost of shield strength, with the helmet also granting an increase to grenade recharge speed. Now moving on from armor, let's talk about the weapon perks coming to Destiny 2. And firstly, we're going to analyze what was shown in the Destiny 2 gameplay reveal trailer, and then work our way into what was playable at the Destiny 2 gameplay premiere event. So firstly, from the trailer, we have this Kinetic primary sidearm, and firstly we have the perk Precision. Recoil pattern is more vertical, so essentially counterbalance from Destiny 1. We then have another perk that causes melee kills to reload a portion of the magazine, and then really interestingly we have no weapon mod is applied. So clearly, this weapon and other weapons in Destiny 2 will have room for a weapon mod. Now, what is this weapon mod? We don't exactly know right now. It could be essentially another perk. You add a custom perk, whatever perk you want, for a certain gun. Maybe it's an actual physical attachment sort of thing, like an extended magazine or a sight. And maybe it's just purely aesthetic. Maybe it's just a camo or essentially an ornament like we have right now in Destiny. But regardless, this is a very interesting feature, and I can't wait to see how these weapon mods apply in Destiny 2. And moving on, in the energy slot, we have an elemental Serous hand cannon. Firstly, we have the perk Adaptive. Well-rounded, reliable, and sturdy. Not quite sure what this means, it is rather vague. But we have another perk that says, magazine is dropped on reload, wasting bullets but greatly increasing reload speed. That's a really interesting perk. So this has a 10-round magazine. If you shoot one bullet and then reload it, you lose all 9 other rounds. However, you reload a lot faster. That's probably going to be more utilized in PvP, where reloading fast is very, very important, and you're willing to take the ammo hit, especially with the primaries, or essentially secondaries, with this new gun system. And lastly, we have a perk that says improved accuracy and range on the opening shot of an attack. That's also really interesting. It's opening shot of the attack, not of the first round in the magazine, so maybe it just re-triggers every few seconds. But having really good first shot accuracy with a hand cannon and increased range to your first shot, that actually could be a very good perk, to be quite honest. And lastly, we have another weapon mod slot. And moving on, we have a grenade launcher in the power weapon slot. Firstly, it has the perk Aggressive, high damage, high recoil. Moving on from there, we have another perk that says automatically reloads a portion of the magazine when critically wounded. Very similar to perks we see in Destiny, and we have another weapon mod slot. Moving on to the weapons that were playable at the Destiny 2 event, we're going to start with the legendaries and then lastly talk about the 3 exotics. So firstly, we have a kinetic auto rifle with 2 perks. Firstly, adaptive, well-rounded, reliable, and sturdy. Next up, we have improved stability and accuracy as the magazine gets lower, with the same exact symbol as persistence in Destiny 1 and the same effect. Next up, we have a kinetic pulse rifle, the Nightshade. Its perks are firstly, lightweight, move faster with this weapon. Next up, we have reloading after a kill, grants increased damage, essentially reactive reload returning from Destiny 1. After that, we have the Better Devil's Kinetic Hand Cannon. It again has 2 perks, adaptive again, well-rounded, reliable, and sturdy, and then projectiles create an area of effect detonation on impact, aka explosive rounds. And lastly, the Does Not Compute Scout Rifle. Firstly, it has high impact, long range, slow firing, and high damage. After that, we have increased movement speed while aiming. Single point sling from Destiny 1. Moving on to the energy weapons category, we have the Phosphorus Submachine Gun. It again has lightweight, move faster with this weapon, and melee kills reload a portion of the magazine. I think that's Grave Robber from Destiny 1. Next up, we have another submachine gun with the red Mamba. Again, it has lightweight, but then it grants a short period of increased stability and accuracy on initial trigger pull. Although it has the same symbol for hot swap, that is a different, in my opinion, much more useful effect. And moving on, we have a Serous hand cannon with 3 perks that we've already actually seen. Adaptive, well-rounded, reliable, and sturdy. The perk that drops the magazine but increases your reload speed. And then lastly, improved accuracy and range with the opening shot of an attack. Now you'll notice that these symbols are actually different from when we saw them before, and that's just the build of the game is still incomplete. Bungie, of course, will universalize these symbols later down the road. And then the last weapon in the energy category is the Urchin Sidearm. This also has lightweight, but it has a new perk that we haven't seen yet. Precision kills greatly decrease reload time. So overall, pretty useful perk. Kind of like a scalable outlaw from Destiny. And next up, we have the power weapons category. Firstly, with the Retro Futurist shotgun, which has lightweight and another perk. The holstered weapon is automatically reloaded after a short period of time. Cocoon from the Kingsfall weapons in Destiny 2. And then we have a grenade launcher with the same perks as the last one we saw. Aggressive and automatically reloads the magazine when critically wounded. Moving on to the fusion rifle, we have the first perk, Precision. Recoil pattern is more vertical. We then have another perk where getting kills with this weapon temporarily grants increased damage. Stacks up to 3 times. That's really interesting. That's kind of like a reimagined crowd control, and that seems really good for PvE where you can consistently trigger that perk and get to that 3 times pretty big damage bonus. Moving on from there, we have a rocket launcher, firstly with Haka Precision. Fires small auto-tracking missiles. We then have Snapshot, faster to aim down sights. That's really interesting what we see there with Haka Precision. Will each of the different foundries have perks exclusive to them? Well, it definitely seems that Haka Precision can only be found on Haka rocket launchers. So will we see more perks like this on different gun types? I really hope so. And lastly, we have the Copperhead Sniper Rifle. It has, firstly, rapid fire, deep ammo reserves, faster reload when empty. That's pretty cool, and that's especially cool for PvE. The deep ammo reserves really does matter. You can carry more ammo for that sniper. It then has increased accuracy, stability, and handling when firing while crouched. Yup, Take a Knee is back. We then have the 3 exotic weapons that were usable at the premiere. Firstly, with the Sweet Business Exotic Auto Rifle. It has Payday, large magazine, increased hipfire, and accuracy. It then has Holding Down the Trigger boosts this weapon's range and rate of fire, and automatically loads ammo pickups into the magazine. We then have the Sunshot Hand Cannon. It has Sunburn, explosive rounds, and highlights targets. Next up, we have targets killed with Sunshot explode in solar energy. We then have the Risk Runner Submachine Gun. It has Arc Conductor. Taking arc damage increases weapon power. We then have, when Arc Conductor is active, shots fired have a chance to become Chain Lightning and return ammo. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this look at all of the different weapon and armor perks that we have seen so far in Destiny 2. Some really interesting stuff to look forward to with this new gun system. Guys, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more Destiny and Destiny 2 content, be sure to slap that subscribe button. If you guys want to support the channel and myself, check out the official merch linked in the description down below. By the way, I am going to GuardianCon 2017 as a featured content creator. So if I see you guys there wearing my merch, I will absolutely come up and say hello. Now, if you guys want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickKackis. That's linked in the description down below, as is my Twitch channel, which you can also follow. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.